Welcome back, Lumberjacks. We're going to jump in and look at all the players that we either have committed or that we're looking at. We have a few players to visit, so let me do that real quick. We have our quarterback of the future and Jalen Wilson. So what we're looking at here is Yusef McDonald. So I really like him. 5'11", 200 pounds. He's from Snyder, Texas. He's the number 191 halfback in the country, and he's a power runner. He's a JUCO. I don't know if he's going to be a junior when he comes in or a sophomore. Regardless, he's going to take a red shirt, and we're 2,000 points ahead, so we should get him. But I like his statistics. He's a power runner, you know. He's not going to be a burner for sure, but he has good spin move. He doesn't have Gus Johnson's spin move, but he does have good spin move. He has good trucking, stiff arm, break tackle, juke move, decent carry. You know, you put him in red shirt for a season, because next season we're going to have McDougal and Fred Ford for our running backs. So this guy will take a red shirt, and the following season he'll take over half the load at least. You know, he's strong, 76 strength, 88 speed, 86 excel. He has 80 spectacular catch. So obviously he's only useful if you lob it up to him on a deep throw or something. But yeah, that's a future running back for our backfield, because we definitely need one for the future. And one of the big needs that we need on this team, wide receiver. And we're definitely focusing on wide receiver. So as of right now, we have Joe Stewart. As you can see, 93 speed, 91 excel. Not the greatest agility, but his catching and his route running are really good. So he's going to get open. And do you really want to throw to him in traffic? Not really. Do you want to lob it up to him? No, he's probably a good receiver on the button hooks that I throw, or the wide open throws that I have. If play action actually works for me, you know, he would be a good player, and he's a JUCO. So let's check out, you know, 5'11", 191. He's from Ponca City, Oklahoma, and he's the number 206 wide receiver in the country. He's a JUCO. We are trying to bring in some talent at wide receiver as well that we can redshirt and hopefully have them develop. Wide receiver will be much easier to recruit once we get to 4- and 5-star prestige. But this guy has 70 catch, 71 spectacular, 74 catch in traffic, and 84 route running. He's not very fast, but he could actually convert to probably tight end. We'll see. I could potentially think about converting him to tight end, but most likely I'll keep him at wide receiver, and he'll be a slot guy. He's kind of slow, but he's fast enough that maybe he could beat some linebackers, hopefully. But he looks like he could become a reliable target. We have Keith Alvarez. His speed is absolute garbage, but, you know, just like Hart, he has some good catching attributes. And he's a freshman. He would be a freshman coming in. He's from Mansfield, Texas, number 64, wide receiver in the country, 6'1", 198. He's a possession guy. Hairston, 6'2", 207, West University, Texas, number 67, wide receiver in the country. And he's also a 3-star. Scouting into things, you know, 89 speed, 85 excel, 84 agility, 73 catch, not good spectacular catch, and not good in traffic. So he's a deep threat, basically. That's what he is projecting to be. He's a decent route runner. His rating right there, if we don't get Joe Stewart, of course, Hairston would already be the best route runner on the entire team. So, yeah, that guy probably will come in and play right away. Keith Alvarez and Robert Hart, don't know. I don't know if they can play right away. John Gibson is the other one, and we're actually probably going to lose out on him. I think I just put 500 points on him, so we still have a shot. But, you know, he's 6'4", 224 pounds. He's from La Mesa, Texas, and he's the number 69 wide receiver. He's a possession guy. Scouting, you know, he's one of the biggest teases you'll ever see. 96 speed, 75 excel. He has 61 catch. 73 spectacular catch, 71 catch in traffic, and he's a fantastic route runner. So you want to talk about a tease? This guy is like the ultimate tease in terms of, you know, what he can become in the long run. He would catch a red shirt if we get him. I don't think we're going to get him, because North Texas looks like they're making a push for him, but he has good size, you know. He's a tease, basically, and we've already had him visit, and North Texas has not, so we potentially could be losing this guy, which is fine. I mean, we have a ton of receivers we're looking at. We are also looking at Greg Britt, 90 speed, 85 excel, 80 agility, 68 catch, you know, nothing spectacular. He has good speed, so maybe he can become a good return man for us in the long run. 6 foot, 175. He's from Waxahachie, Texas. He's the number 84 wide receiver. He's a speed receiver, so yeah, he's a speed receiver. You know, he's probably going to come in and be a return man for us. And then we also have Morgan Jackson, 6'1", 187. He's from Spring Hill, Louisiana, the number 113 wide receiver in the country. A speed guy again. 89 speed, 81 excel, not the greatest, and you know, just similar to Greg Britt. He has decent speed, but otherwise, eh. And then William Sims, we've already got him committed. I'm excited about this guy. 93 speed, 91 excel, 77 acceleration. He has good jumping, you know, decent strength for a receiver, good release, catching is good, spectacular catch, catch in traffic. He would be the best route. Well, he's already the best route runner on the team, easily. This man's going to get open. Unfortunately, he's a JUCO. That's the only drawback to this guy. But 6'1", 206, so good size. He's from Scott, Louisiana, the home of the best boudin in the world. He's a 3-star, and he's the number 176 wide receiver in the country. And, you know, we have 8 targets at wide receiver right now. At tight end, you know, we're looking for someone that can either block, which is dominantly what we use the tight end for. I don't really throw to the tight end. But if we can get a good receiving tight end, that would be great. So we got this guy, Charles Frederick, 6 foot, 257. He's from Bridge City, Louisiana. He's the number 114th tight end in the country. He's a JUCO. Scouting, you know, 70 speed, 75 excel. We only care about the blocking, and his impact blocking is fantastic. So hopefully we get this guy. He would come in, and just like Desquarius Green is making an impact, this guy would make an impact at tight end as a blocker. We would have 2 really good blockers, you know, on each edge when we run those power O's. Fantastic blocker. We have another blocking tight end, 6'1", 234 from Tyler, Texas, and Brandon Simon. He is a 74 speed, 77 excel, 69 agility. His impact blocking is fantastic. It looks like he needs a red shirt though, to develop the pass and run blocking into things, but he doesn't really provide anything great. He's just he could become a decent blocker in the long run, maybe during his senior year. And then we have Brian Herman. I don't care if I get this guy. He's kind of slow, doesn't have good blocking. He would provide a good receiver. And let's look at his size. So 6'1", 242. He's from Hereford, Texas, the home of beef in Texas. And he's the number 92 tight end in the country. He's a receiving tight end. We do have one committed. Austin Hall, 6'3", 257 from Keller, Texas. He's a 1-star prospect, the 115th tight end in the country. He's a receiving tight end, so let's look at his stats. 77 speed, 75 excel. That's not bad for a tight end. Good catch in traffic, which is important for a tight end because obviously tight ends are typically going across the middle, and his blocking could use some work, but this guy could become a good receiver across the middle for us, someone reliable. We're still trying to fill some spots here at tight end, but all right, so we have a guard committed. He's nothing special. You can look at that if you want. He has good excel, which is what I like. I like to pull, linemen across the formation, so 66 speed, but with 87 excel. He should be able to pull pretty well across the formation. And we have solidified our defensive line, so I'm pretty excited about this. But first, let's talk about the guy we haven't got yet, which is Chris Smith. Chris Smith is from Laredo, Texas, 6'5", 237, number 53 defensive end in the country. He would probably, if I get him, probably move to a rotational defensive tackle position. 70 speed, 74 excel. I like my defensive ends and my 4.25 to have much better speed than that, and excels. Excel is very important. He has good pursuit. He needs a red shirt for sure. he would probably switch to defensive tackle because he's a little bit slow. Marcus Brown, this guy can play either defensive end or defensive tackle, and I think I will lean towards him moving to defensive tackle because of his speed, strength combination, and you know, he has really good block shedding statistics, 76 block shed, 83 finesse, 79 power. I mean, that's fantastic stuff there. And well, let's look at Marcus Brown's size real quick. 6'1", 232. He's from Destrehan, Louisiana, and he's the number 32 defensive end in the country. All right, so we're moving to the big dogs that we just got, that I feel like we have solidified our defensive line for the next 4 years. This guy is Robbie Taylor, 6'2", 239. We're going to ask him to add a little bit of weight. He's from Rio Grande City, Texas. He's the number 32. Wesley Reed, number 38 defensive end in the country. He's a pass rusher. He has 78 speed, 90 excel, 73 strength. His strength could use some improvement, but this dude is an absolute monster. 84 power moves, 82 finesse. This dude is probably staying at defensive end because we have Marcus Brown that we can move to defensive tackle. And then we have another big dog, Kevin Corbett. So 6'3", 247 from Mount Pleasant, Texas, the number 31 defensive end, pass rusher. Statistically, he is 77 speed, 85 excel, 80 strength. So most likely I'm moving Corbett to inside to play defensive tackle, and he's going to team with Brown. Those will be our starting defensive tackles, and that's because, well, actually 3 of these guys are probably moving to defensive tackle: Smith, Brown, and Corbett. Robbie Taylor is probably staying at defensive end, and I'll explain why I'm moving those guys to defensive tackle, because we have another guy that we have committed that's going to become a defensive end in my scheme. First up, though, is Tony Robinson. This guy could move to defensive end, even though his power and finesse aren't that great. He probably will take a red shirt, and I possibly could see him playing linebacker for us, even though he's a little bit slow for a linebacker in 4-2-5. He could play a lot of 3-4, alignments, because we do end up playing in the 3-4 a lot. Tony Robinson, he's from Cleburne, Texas, 6'4", 241, great size. Number 20 outside linebacker in the country, and he's a run stopper. So we'll see how it looks. I don't know how we're going to look at outside linebacker after Luke leaves. Maybe Robinson can play there after Luke leaves. But the dude has the statistics to be a really good player. So this guy, Leon Carter, 6'3", 261, Choctaw. He's from Choctaw, Oklahoma. He's a 3-star, and he's the number 28 middle linebacker in the country. The reason I say my defensive line is set is because this man is going to move to defensive end for me, and he's probably going to start right off the bat because you have 82 speed, 87 excel, 82 strength. Power and finesse need a little bit of work, but his block shed is pretty good for a freshman, so he probably can make a quick impact next season. I don't think he's a good fit to play middle linebacker in this scheme. Our defensive line set for next season. We're going to have a good rotation of defensive tackles up front, but we're also going to have a really good rotation at defensive end too. Yeah, I'm excited about our defensive line. And like I said, if you guys want any of these players, let me know. And I'll jot you down to take whatever player we have committed, or the players that we will get committed. I'll update before the off season and let you guys know which players have committed. And if you want a player, just let me know so you can be included in the series. So another major need of this team is cornerback, secondary in general, but we have a lot of seniors in our secondary, so I have a lot of focus on cornerbacks. So we have I haven't found really any good ones, like great ones, other than Brian Washington, who we have committed. He's a JUCO. We won't have him long, but he's 5'11", 173. He's from Live Oak, Texas. He's the number 177th corner in the country, and I really like his attributes. 93 speed, 90 excel. His agility, I wish was above 79. I wish it was above, like around 80, 85. And that's typically what I want my cornerbacks to be. Potentially, I could move him to strong safety, even though he can't tackle. So probably staying at at cornerback for us. 87 man coverage, 81 zone, 82 press. Easily the best corner we've ever had in this dynasty. You know, we got him committed, so I'm excited to watch this guy develop. So another guy we're after is Jeff Young. He's from he's 6 foot 163. Zachary. He's from Zachary, Louisiana. He's the number 90 cornerback in the country. He has 88 speed, 89 excel. He's a terrible tackler, but you know, decent agility, great man coverage. His press and zone need some work, but you know, he wouldn't start off, you know, starting for us. I think we already have our starters set. We'll see. He could end up playing nickel though. And then we have Robert Jones. He's 87 speed, 87 excel, 75 agility. He's kind of slow. I probably can see myself, if we get him, moving him to one of the safety positions. We need strong safeties, so maybe, I mean, we'll see during the offseason how it turns out. Wesley Jones, that guy's acceleration is garbage. I don't know where I would put him. He can't tackle. Yeah, I don't know if I want that guy anyways. But he does have decent coverage skills. He's just very slow. His acceleration and tackle. Probably a backup free safety, maybe. We'll see. Anyways, and then this gentleman, 85 speed, 87 excel, 85 agility. So those are the 3 attributes I love to see. He can't tackle, so he'll probably stay at cornerback. I like those 3 attributes, though. That makes a good cornerback. And his coverage skills need some work, but the building blocks are there for this guy. So I like his potential. And then we have Grant Perry, who just committed. 84 speed, 89 excel, 80 agility. This guy is definitely a strong safety, and I need to make sure that I don't put him in man coverage very often, but he can tackle pretty well. This dude is a pure strong safety, and if you've ever played with the 4-2-5 defense, you know how important a strong safety is to your scheme. What linebackers are to the 3-4, strong safeties are to the 4-2-5. So it's very important to have good strong safeties. I really like Grant Perry. You know, he's a 3-star player. He's from Jacinto City, Texas. He's the number 18 strong safety in the country, and he has good size at 6 foot, 211 pounds. And then we committed 2 kickers. I'm gonna probably end up cutting this guy, but whatever. We got our kicker for the future. His accuracy is absolute garbage, but his kick power is okay. We're going to drop off once we lose Wiggs regardless. I didn't think we were going to get a kicker that good anyways. And then there's some big players on here too. So let's talk about Robert Everett, who we already have committed. He's a JUCO. He's 6 foot 221. He's the number 94 athlete in the country. He's from Fort Stockton, Texas, which is where our quarterback is from. So the little connection that we have between our players, you know, already showing its face. He is a JUCO though, so we won't have him very long. But this guy probably can come in and play. He can't press worth a crap, so I probably wouldn't put him at DB. 89 speed. He probably could play wide receiver for us. So yeah, probably wide receiver from what I'm looking at. His tackle's okay. I think wide receiver is his best fit. So let's talk about Blair Neal. He is not a JUCO. He's from Wynne, Arkansas, and he's 6'2", 199. I like this guy. We don't need a quarterback. He could play quarterback, and he could be a fantastic quarterback at that. But we have our quarterback of the future. You know, he's a YouTube subscriber, so I want to have him be the starter in the long run. So Blair Neal, 86 speed, 90 excel, 84 agility, good injury. Let's see. He has decent coverage attributes. How is his catching? Ooh, it's absolute garbage. Yeah, he wouldn't play receiver. 65 carries, 63 juke, 69 spin. He has okay attributes. Man, this guy's probably going to end up playing quarterback, right? No, I'll probably end up putting this guy somewhere in the secondary if we get him. How are we looking for this guy anyways? Oh, we're way in the lead. hopefully we get him. We don't need a quarterback, otherwise this guy would easily be a cheesing quarterback. 86 speed, 90 excel. Wow. But we're gonna stick with Jalen Wilson. And yeah, this guy looks like he'll play somewhere in the secondary. He has perfect attributes to play cornerback too. This is for both YouTube and Twitch. If you guys want your name on a player, just let me know. Either on the YouTube channel, leave it in the comment section. And I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you on the next one. Later, Essentials.